What it do, man? What it do? What's good with you, man?
Man, on this road, man, headed out to California. We got a show out there on the 13th in Los Angeles at Low. We just trying to get it together. We in New Mexico right now on the highway.
Okay. That's what's up. Well, let me intro you real quick so we can get this off and popping. I don't want to take up too much of your time or whatever, but this is the Bars on Deck podcast. This is episode 18. You got your boy King Swift. I got the motherfucking Duco in the building. Is it Duco or Ducho? How you pronounce your name? I don't want to pronounce it wrong.
Do so,
Do
do
so?
so. Yes,
All
sir.
right, bet. Do so. All right. I want to get it right. I don't want to fuck up nobody's name out here. You heard?
Man, look, everybody do it, man. It spell funny.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, my nigga, you got a show out in Cali. You
Yes,
doing big
sir.
moves. How did this show come about? And what's the preparation for it? Like how you get revved up to get popping, how you get popping. So the question basically was you got this show out in Cali. What's the preparation for it and how did it come about? You basically was already saying that it's a coast to coast show. They do big things coast to coast. So I already know who they
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
My boy Rio, he got me on it. The preparation week, I kind of do the same preparation for every show that I do. It don't really take me a lot to get into that mode, you know what I mean? Because I love performing. But I smoke cigarettes, so when it's showtime, wifey she keep a firm grip on, make sure I don't smoke too many cigarettes, drink the
Right,
green.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Nah,
I'm
I
from,
dig it.
but
I right. I could dig that. I could dig that. So where you from? By the way, I don't want to say Kansas on the hat. Is it Kansas?
yeah, Lawrence, Kansas, man. I done stayed a little bit of everywhere. On
Okay.
Kansas, Missouri, Kansas. I stayed in Arizona for a little bit. I just stayed in Wichita, Kansas. I'm trying to get some. I'm trying to get some stuff popping out there in New York, man.
Yeah, man. When you come to my city, let me know, man. We can work together, and then whatever you got popping off, I support it. You already know the vibe.
Right. Yeah, we've been playing tag with this interview, man, for like the last 3 weeks.
Right.
Glad we finally got a chance to link in and make it happen.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I was gonna say, so being that you moved around a lot, and you know what I mean, you've been all over. Has that influenced your rap style in any way, or is it straight Southern bred and
Nah,
Kansas
so
bound?
I can't really compare my style to anybody because I've never heard nobody from. We a melting pot of everything because we in the middle of the map, so we get everything last, but we get everything. From the south, from the east, because it all got to come to us. We heavily West Coast influence due to the fact
Mm,
that when the hip hop started moving our way, a lot of the artists from California set up hubs in Kansas and Missouri. So a lot of artists
okay.
is always in town, so we real West Coast influence. But like I came up on, the Nas's, the Jay Z's, and the Scarfaces, the UGKs, and the Tupacs and shit like that. Anybody that does the real good storytelling, I kind of liked it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So my style is a combination of all of the major influences in the game whipped up
Mm,
into an organic package. You see what I'm
okay.
saying?
Okay. So I like that because you basically gave me a barrage of legendary artists that you
Right.
know what I'm saying that I can't even describe. Like they probably on like the Mount Rushmore of motherfucking rappers and shit. And I know that that's heavily influenced down there. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been down in the
Right.
Midwest and in the South. So like I could tell like where you at in your career because I watched some of the numbers on your YouTube and some of your Spotify numbers and all of that, and it's up there. Some of your numbers is up there, so I already know that the success is on the way. But I don't really know how long you've been rapping. Have you always been this talented and had this ability, or has it come like, through work and all of that, or is it natural? Is what I'm trying to say.
Um, I would say it was a natural talent. When I first started, um, it was always there, but the longer you do things, the more you craft it and sharpen your tools. But I would say, like right now, I'm nowhere close to my pinnacle, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right. So you still got a lot more to go. You still got a lot more work
Oh
to
man.
to so what was the motivation to start rapping? Was it like something you was just doing on your pastime and you was good at it, or you just said, what I mean, I'm around a bunch of musicians, let me just fuck around and do this?
Well, shit. Uh, my mom's side of the family is real artistically inclined. Like my great grandma wrote poetry, my grandma wrote poetry.
Okay.
My auntie, she could play the piano. She never took no piano lessons. My cousins played the drums. My other auntie, she played the bass, and they never took no type of lessons. You know what I'm saying? So I was always around music through the church, and then I think around around middle school, uh, we always freestyled and shit like that. But around middle school, I noticed like when we would do our freestyles and shit, most people would they like my shit. You know what I mean? But I didn't really start writing music and
Right,
recording
right.
music until like 2003 when I
Okay.
hooked up with my boy from Technico Brothers. They did a lot of shit for Tech Nine back in the day. So
Ooh,
he had the
Tech
studio.
Nine.
Yeah, he had the studio and the ability to record and shit. Well, actually, I take that back. I recorded my first two songs in Kansas City, Missouri, and then when they heard it, they was like, "Okay, boom, boom." Because they was making the beats and shit like that, so they was like, "Okay, boom, we gonna fuck with you. Come fuck with us over here." So I did most of my early recording uh, with them. And then I want to say in 2004, me and my bro Rio, we shot to Atlanta and did a showcase out there, and we took third. And then that was the time when I was like, and then everything was rolling, and I bumped my head, got caught up in the system, and had to sit down. So now we back. Now we back out here, uh, going strong, just trying to put back the pieces together because the talent ain't the problem. It's the business side of it where you gotta really, mend them relationships and create new positive, good business relationships to make it all come together for how
That's a fact.
how I wanted to make it come together. You see what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right, right. I could dig that, man. And that's an important part. I tell a lot of people I interview and artists in general, like learn the business, B. Like learn that shit because that will stop you. Even though today I promote that you could be independent and really don't need a label and all of that stuff anymore. But if you building a brand around your shit, then you kind of
Right.
want to learn the business. You know what I mean? So that's very smart. Well, you're an OG. You're not no young dude. So I already know you get the business aspect of it. I could tell the vibe. You know what I'm saying? But that's
Right,
good. That's a
right.
good look. You know what I mean? Like you get it. You know what I mean? So I feel you. I respect that.
And shit, that's really the topic of the question of the day is like, do you go independent or do you sign with a major? And it really all depends on the person, and it really all depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Because don't get me wrong, if the deal is right, I'll do a deal because
Right.
I got tons of music independently, and I don't have the marketing machine the majors would have. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if the
Yeah.
if the
Yeah.
if the deal was right, I'd do a deal and steamroll their marketing capabilities, and then when the deal's done, you know what I'm saying? Not only am I gonna pick up more game, you see, because I'm not gonna be the one just to sit back and just let him do whatever behind closed doors or whatever the case may be. I need to know, okay, when you're doing radio, who's the people you're talking to? Okay, matter of fact, I'm gonna get the same information that you getting, with my contacts, so that way when this shit is done, I can go straight to them people. You know, see what I'm saying? So it's really all about. how you want to where you at in your career, what you need in your career, and where you trying to go. Because
Right, right,
the independent shit is hard because you putting all your money behind you. You see,
right,
and
right.
I learned from a lot of you know, just from like if you do real estate, you want to get the bank's money. You see what I'm saying? Use their money to build yours. So I use some major money to build
I
my
dig
shit
it.
up.
I dig it. I ain't mad at that. That's I mean, like you said, like you just pointed on, if the deal is right and the situation is on point, then I'll take it. But when you go independent, you kind of need a machine behind you. You kind of need people in place that's ready to
Right,
work. Because if you don't have that, then now you're gonna be stuck in the mud, you know what I mean? And the label and the deal, they already come with all that shit. You know what
right,
I'm saying? So now I understand what your mindset on if the deal is right, fuck it, I'll fuck with it. But if the deal ain't right, because I seen the numbers and I'm like, yo, you got 100K video views. You know what I'm saying? You know what I
right.
mean? I don't know if you promoted it with the boost where you kind of pay for it or whatever, if it came in organically, but
Now,
you still
we use we take advantage of the same marketing tricks that the majors use. You see what
exactly,
I'm saying?
exactly.
So you know we don't go to no I don't use no none of that fake streaming shit or nothing like that. You see what I'm saying?
Right, right. I
So
mean
so
it helped, but you don't have to.
right, because at the end of the day you still want to. So when I get my analytics and my financial reports back, right, like you can tell if they organic or not because when I get my statements back, it's gonna say X amount of streams, right? But then under it, it's gonna say X amount of fraudulent streams. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right, right.
if you using platforms that grow your base, that grow your streams by using bots and shit like that, you're not gonna get paid for them fraudulent streams. It looks good to the people that don't know. But when the royalty shit come in and you like, damn, I thought I did 100,000, I'm only getting paid for 20,000. Well, that's probably because of the promo campaign that you use ain't all the way
Yeah,
authentic. You see what
yeah.
I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a big fact. And it just makes more sense when it's organic anyway, because now you know people are actually supporting you. You know what I
Right.
mean? So you don't really want the fraudulent shit or whatever like that. You really want to get out there and do the work. And I see you doing the work. You driving from Kansas to Cali. You doing the
Right.
work. You know what I'm saying? That's big time. Cause I don't know niggas that would do that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look, we just had one in Arkansas, yeah, 3 weeks ago. You know, I got one coming back up in Topeka on the 16th, and we'll be in Kansas City on the 26th. And then I'm down here. I got a couple meetings tomorrow with a promoter, and we trying to set some more shit up back out here for July, you know, and get these
You
babies
working.
back going. So it's that season, man, where you know you got to get up, get out, get some, like a goody mom say.
That's a fact. You out here working, man. You one of the hardest working dude. The last dude I interviewed, he's the maybe the one artist that I've interviewed that's working as hard as you. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like he do a show every week. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And I think that's the consistency you need in order to get to that next level. You can't take no days off, no breaks, no none of that, because once you do, you get stagnant and it just slow up the process.
You get stagnant, and it's a it's 100 rappers every 1,000 yards. You see what I'm
Right,
saying? So
right,
you
right,
you take a day off and slip, and music is constantly dropping with this today's technology, and you can just upload a song whenever you want. New music is constantly dropping every day, you
right,
know. So
right, right.
you gotta stay in their face with it, man, because the attention span of today's generation is so short that if you don't stay in their face with it, then you gotta double back, you know, and triple
Right,
back.
right. That's a big fact, man. So we already get that part of it is what it needs to be as far as the business and the motivation. But I listened to a few songs. You know what I mean? I'm a big fan. You got two songs that stuck out to me, but I'm gonna start with Bill Selfish, man. I kind of get it, but I'm not where y'all from. I
Right.
know that's like slang to y'all. Break it down to me, the meaning of that song and how it came about.
All right. So I wrote that song when I got out of prison. It was like one of the first songs that I recorded off of the Gas EP. And I had did some research. You know, Bill Self, he's a good coach, but I had did some research behind him. You know, he's a genius. He's the only coach. Okay, so he's the only coach that got hired as a private contractor. So he gets 98% of. So if they owe him X a million, you know, without incentives and shit like that, he gets 98% of his contract no matter what. You see what
Right.
I'm saying? So just on the business side, you know, I was like, you know, shit, that, you know, that was kind of Bill selfish right there, you know. And then we out trying to chase the bag. You see what I'm saying? So I just kind of put two and two together with it, and it really, you know, it's a song that as long really, it don't even really matter because he didn't won 2 championships at Kansas now, so it don't really matter if he retire or go to a different team. That song is a timeless song for where we at because everybody is gonna remember his name. You see what I mean? So
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
did the song, you know, he hadn't really quite stamped his name in you know in KU basketball, but now that you know that he's done did what he's did and reached what he's done, yeah. So it was kind of a good look. We got in the paper for it
Oh,
like 3
word?
years ago. Yeah.
Oh shit. How was that experience? I know that was a good feeling.
It was dope. It was actually they was in the NCAA tournament, and then my boy he shot the song. Well, we did a remix, and we shot it to Lawrence Journal World, and then Sarah Shepard, that's her name. She put it in there, man, and she published the song, and it's some that year remix did, and really this starting to pick up more and more traction than it has in the past. We just hit we over 100,000 on YouTube on that one. We reaching
Right.
50,000 on Spotify with it. It's starting to pick up. So yeah, man.
That's a good look. That's a good look. That song, I bump that shit every now and again. I'm like, yo, this shit hard. Like New York niggas won't get it, but they'll definitely vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit, I was
Right.
like really like, oh nah, this shit fire right here. You know what I'm saying? So
Shit, I
that one
appreciate
stuck
it.
out to me. But the first time I heard about you, I think most of my artists that I get today, you either submitted a song to the Funk Flex curating joint, or I found you in some other kind of way, but it was the Austin Powers joint called Awesome Powers.
Right. I was fucking with indie management group,
Yeah,
and
with Kemar Darlington.
they sent me a list of emails, like 5,000 emails, and I just was email blasting. And you linked
Right.
up with me through the Instagram. But
Yep. Yep.
that was the song I was sending out was that Awesome Powers. And yeah, it's over 100,000 on YouTube
That
now.
shit, that shit, the video, the visuals, that shit creative as fuck, dog. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That shit was like it
Right.
looked like you was already like a signed artist type vibe. Like I was like, yo, who is this motherfucker? This nigga got this shit. This shit looking crazy. This shit was fire, son.
Right. That goes back to my boy that I was telling you I linked up with the when I first started really recording. He's a man.
Right.
I call him the Rubik's Cube because he do artwork, he shoot videos, and he produce and he can record and he can sing. You know what I mean? But
Right.
I got like so Nipsey's victory lap. I watched a lot of his videos and I liked how he put thought. So I started writing treatments for my videos instead of just shooting shit and letting the videographer come up with shit. I'm gonna have a whole treatment on how I want my shit. You see what I mean?
Right.
I see
Right.
how
Right.
he get his shit. So that was like the first one that I was like, okay, boom, boom. This is how I want my shit. So that way, all he had to do was shoot it, take my treatment, and then just put it together. And the creative shit that how he put it together, that was all him. That was all him.
Mm. I thought you had some part in that, cause that shit I was like, yo, this shit is something right here. Like I was putting people on in my hood and they was like, yo, they kind of was vibing with it. So I was like, yo, this shit is lit right here. You know what I'm saying? You don't really
Right.
say that about too many artists that's new like that. You know what I mean? Well, that when I heard, cause you're not new, but at the time when I heard of you, you was new to
Right.
me. And I'm like, yo, this shit's something else. So I was like, those two songs right there, man, wow. I was fascinated. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it, big bro. I appreciate it. Like
Anytime, my boy.
I got a bunch of shit, man, out there. You know, you got Hustle Like the '90s. You got to check that one out too.
Yeah, I heard that one. I heard that one. Cause I fuck with your YouTube, the Neo Star.
Right, right, right.
So I be on there, I be tapping in, you know what I'm saying? I be giving niggas the views because we gotta help each other out, you know what I mean? So I
I
be
mean,
giving niggas the views and shit.
man, and that's love. That's
Yeah,
love. Much
man.
appreciated.
Yeah, if you
But
win, I win, man. So that's how I look at it.
yeah, man, you know, and that's the thing with being an artist, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Like my bro Googled my shit the other day and sent me some shit like, you know, Kansas City, one of the Kansas City mixtape sites. We number one, three, four, and five on there. And number two is Fat Tone, rest in peace of Fat Tone. So it's like, damn, you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
you know, yeah, it's just a blessing, man, and I appreciate everything that's known and unknown when it comes to this neo star music movement and whatever the case may be.
I could dig it. I could dig it, man. And I know already know, like you already got success, and there's much more to come. I salute that, and I hope that that happens the way you envision it, because you know what I mean. We got to see it first, you know what I mean. And I know you believe in yourself, so you know what I mean. Hopefully, you get the flowers. I'm sending you the flowers that you deserve now, but hopefully, the world gets to give you your roses too. You know what I'm saying? Because we need that in this rap game. You know what I mean?
And shit, that's love and shit. If the world don't, man, I know I got some flowers from over on the East Coast, and I got some flowers over here and over here. You see what I'm saying? And that's
Right,
and
right,
shit. That's
right.
love.
Right, right. So let me ask you this question. I got like maybe one or two more before I let you go. Um, what kind of style of rap do you consider? Because now that I know, I thought you was from Texas, and you know they do a lot of drill rap, a lot of trill rap down there. What kind of style of rap do you consider? Because you got a boom bap vibe with a southern style, like with a Midwest style. So what kind of style would you consider your rap style to be?
Shit, if I, you know, I consider like I don't like to try to put myself in no box. So I'm just gonna say, this style that's coming from me is a cosmetic origami style. You see what
Mm,
I'm saying?
right.
It's I can bend and shape and I can do the reality shit. I can do the club shit. I can do some heartfelt shit. And you know what I'm saying? So I can bend and shape my origami style. You hear me?
I like that. I like how you describe that. You know what I mean? You could bend it, twist it to however will you want. I like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's basic. Well, my next question is kind of like the same question, so I don't want to really ask it. But did the you basically actually no? I asked you earlier because the influence of the rappers that you name, I could tell that's in the style of your music. So I really don't have to ask you that again. But uh are you gonna keep going with this in 5, 10 years where you see yourself?
5 or 10 years, putting somebody else on in position to win.
Okay,
We got
okay.
it's bigger than hip hop. I got a song that's about to drop. We got Neo Star Home Renovations. My partner Paintbrush B, he driving right now.
Hey, salute.
He's a business partner with me on that. We got Jet Fuel Kings.
Yeah.
He's a business partner with me on that. And Jet Fuel Kings is right now we selling organic cones made out of 100% hemp paper. So y'all can check
Mm,
it out at jetfuelkings.com. King spelled KYNGZ.com, and y'all can pick them orders up on that. So, we try to monopoly board this shit, bro. So that way, if something slow down, something else is taking that place. You see what I mean? And and
Yeah.
and with that, we using everything as a stepping stone, man, just to be able to get in position to, teach our kids good work ethic, maybe lead them some
Hmm.
shit, lead this earth.
Hell yeah. And you brand building right now too. Like you building a brand. It's not just
Right,
rap. You know what
right,
I mean? It's a bunch of things, and that's what we need to be doing instead of just one thing at a time. I think we
right.
powerful people. We could do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we can do anything when you put your mind to it and really stay focused and don't trip over your feet, getting too involved on what he or she may say or may think. Because what I
Right.
learned is when you got a good idea and you say, "Oh, I want to try to do this," 5, 6, 10 people that's gonna tell you that's the stupidest shit you could ever try to do, or you can't
Right.
do it. You see what I'm saying? Maybe I
Right.
don't know why that is, but it's just the fact that maybe it's because they don't think that they can do it, or maybe it's because you set your goals so high they don't think it's attainable because they never set no goals, or they tried to do something and then just stopped when it got hard. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't win. You don't win from success. You win from the failures. If you keep playing,
Ooh. That's powerful right there, bro.
you know what I'm saying? Because it's the failures where them is the learning lessons. Why did I fail right here? Okay, boom. We need to take a screwdriver and readjust that. So that way when we get to this point again, we jump over that hurdle or we put this detour sign. We know it's a detour sign coming up. And we don't
Right.
run right into that wall, but we still staying on the same path. You see what I'm saying? So
Nah,
it's
I
the
get it.
it's the failures that you grow from. If we just say, okay, I'm gonna do this and everything was just boom bow and we got it, well, we would never learn nothing.
Nope. That's a fact. You that you gotta go through shit in life in order to be where you want to be. So I get that logic. You know what I mean? It can't just come easy. I know a lot of motherfuckers who they got the means, the money right now to make shit happen. And they always had it. They had it from birth. And then I got motherfuckers I know that they had to hustle and grind and get out there and really get it.
Right.
And they fall, bump their head. Like you said, you went and did a bid. Couple niggas I know, they went and did a bid too. So they had to like go through trials and tribulations in order to get where they at. And they actually they actually appreciate it more. You know what I'm saying? They actually believe in themselves more when they have the shit that they went through behind them. You know what I mean?
You're gonna appreciate it more because when something is just given to you so quick, usually it don't last. If I give this person $1 million, right, and they ain't really worked for it and they ain't really never touched no money, I ain't never had $1 million, I can guarantee you. See what I'm saying? So
Right,
if you
right,
don't respect money, if you don't respect the money when you get it, you're just gonna blow it, then it's gonna be gone. You see what I mean?
right,
So now I'm at the age and I'm at the point of my life where it's like, okay, boom, how can I make this little pile of money make more money
right, right. Now
instead
you
of
thinking.
blowing it on something and then it's gone.
Right,
Then you got to get it again.
right. And that's the smart thing to have because I blew through a lot of money and I don't regret it because I got intellectual property. I could always make it back, but I wish I would have did better with that money.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? At the time when I had it. But now that I know how I could make it back and I could hustle harder and I could do this and do that, now I know to invest. Now I know to make my money work for me. I learned that from 50. You're not making money until you're making money in your sleep.
And you sleep.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the
So that hit me hard. That like made sense to me and it woke me up. So I'm like, nah, I gotta get on it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I see you got a lot of things going on with you. You got a positive vibe, you got positive messages, and you got dope music. And You working hard. So I see you out here doing your thing. I got like 5 minutes left. It's telling me I got 5 minutes left in this interview. I don't want to take up too much of my time or yours, but we're gonna connect more. We probably do a part two down the road if you're interested.
Let's
And
do it.
absolutely. And I travel a lot, so I probably, if I'm ever in your city, I probably touch down with you. You know what I mean? We smoke some. You know what I mean? And we vibe out from there. You heard?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Send me your info, man. So when I put this reorder in, I'm gonna shoot you some of these cones.
I got you, and I'm gonna send you some merch too. I'll be making my own merch for the podcast. So you know what I mean? Whenever I can get to you, I'm gonna send you some merch as well.
Yes, sir.
I got you, my boy. Do so. Been a pleasure, my nigga. Stay up, stay working. I hope you have a good show. When is it? Monday?
Monday. We'll have
Okay,
the
so
footage on there. We gonna have the footage on there, man. You know, we gonna turn up and let them know what's happening.
that's a fact. That's a fact. So yeah, man. Shouts out to you, your business partner. Hope you have a good show. Many blessings and stay healthy, my boy.
Yes, sir. Bless.
Yes, sir, man. Take it easy, man.